Welcome students, here I am Dr. Amjad Ali. In this video we will learn dealing with the autocorrelation or removal of autocorrelation, and in this video we will particularly learn about the Cochran-Orchid 9049 method. Dear students, as we know that the assumption of OLS is that covariance between the error is equal to 0. This means that two errors are not correlated with one another, two errors are not equal to each other, two errors are independent of each other. And if the covariance between the two errors is not is equal to 0, this means that two errors are equal to each other, two errors are correlated to each other, two errors are no more independent of each other. So this is known as autocorrelation. We have discussed in separate video about the deduction of the autocorrelation methods, that is DW, Durbin-Watson test, Durbin H test, and there's a Brush-Godfrey LM test. Okay, dealing with the autocorrelation, if the form of the autocorrelation is known, then use generalized least square procedure or method for the analysis. There are three famous methods have been used for the removal of the autocorrelation. The first one is the Cochran-Orchid 9049 model, dynamics model, and static models. Cochran model is normally known as the correction of error. So let's discuss the detail of the Cochran-Orchid 9049 model. Cochran-Orchid 9049 presents the method for the removal of autocorrelation or serial correlation in the data. Let's start with the model with two independent variables. Here we have a two independent variable x2 and x3. Let our dependent variable yt is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2, x2t plus beta 3, x3t plus ut. Suppose here we have autocorrelation in our data, in our error term. This is equation 1, and from this equation 1 we have to generate a ut series, because we know that ut is equal to y minus y hat. This is estimated one. From this series you have to use lagged value of error term as an independent, and you can run this regression and find the value of rho. So our discussion will be on rho. Okay, if normally we suppose that our error expected value of error, sum of error, is equal to 0, then we cannot include a constant term in this particular regression line. Okay, there is no need for the constant term regression equation of error term. Okay, if model holds in time t, it is assumed that it holds in t minus 1 time period. So see, this is our basic equation. So this, if this model holds in current periods, so this means that this model is also assumed to hold in our previous period. So then our equation become as yt minus 1 is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2, x2t minus 1 plus beta 3, x3t minus 1. So see, this is our current period model and this is our lagged period model. This is our second equation. Okay, now multiply equation 2 by rho and we get this. Rho yt minus 1 is equal to rho beta 1 plus rho beta 2, x2t, so on, rho ut minus 1. Okay, this is our equation 3. So equation 3, subtract equation 3 from equation 1. we get y minus rho y minus t. So we get the whole equation like that. This is our equation 4. Now factorizing and noting that, suppose that this part of error is equal to Vt is equal to u minus rho ut minus 1. So this is the actually case which we have here. I have highlighted, this is the case. So we get this. Okay, now we have this part, this part, this part, this part. We get common from beta 1 from this part, beta 2 from this part, beta 3 from this part, and we get this equation, and we put Vt on the place of this. Here our Vt is a white noise error term. This is our equation 5. Now suppose that this part is equal to y static, yt minus rho yt minus 1. So this is y static, and this part is equal to beta 1 static, 1 minus rho into beta 1. So this part is equal to x2 t static, and this part is equal to x3 static. Now put these static value in the place of this, then our equation become yt static is equal to beta 1 static plus beta 2 static, beta 2 x2 t static, beta 3 x3 t static plus ut. Now, as following the Cochrane methodology, there is no autocorrelation issue in this model. Now you can apply OLS on this equation 6, but following our applied literature, it is best you can apply generalized least square method on this equation for getting the values of the parameter beta 1, beta 2 and beta 3. Okay, Cochrane ORCID 1949 mentioned that we have a y static, beta 1 static, x2 t static, and beta 3 x3 static, and ut static, ut which is supposed as white noise. Okay, with the help of new coefficient, estimate that beta 1 static, beta 2 and beta 3. Estimate a new row estimated. For the new row, we have V is equal to ut minus rho ut minus 1. We have previously we have a series of ut. So if we add this part of the equation on this side, we get this equation ut is equal to rho ut minus 1 plus ut. Now we have a dependent variable ut here. Now with the dependent variable ut, we create another variable that is lagged value ut minus 1. Now with this dependent variable and independent variable ut minus 1, we can find the estimated row. Okay, now we have ut hat is equal to rho ut hat minus 1 plus Vt. Vt is a white noise error term. Okay, this would be used for a new values of. Okay, this would be used for the new values of y static, x2 t static and x3 t static. This procedure would be repeated until. So keep it in mind. We can repeat this procedure, whole procedure, for getting the value of yt static, beta 1, x2 t static and x3 t static until our row, this estimated row, become less than 0.01. If estimated row is not less than 0.01, we have to take another lagged value. We have to take maybe we move towards on yt2 static, xt2 static, and x3 static. So until our rho estimated is not less than 0.01, we repeat this procedure. Okay, Cochran-Orchid 1949 mentioned that equation 5 can be written. This is our equation 5. This equation can be written as, if see here, y, if we have a dependent variable y, then this part will be added to this part. So this is the actually part we are using the lag dependent variable as an explanatory variable, which we have mentioned in our DW test, in our Durbin H test, in our I think Godfrey LM test. So here we have a lag dependent variable as an explanatory variable. Okay, this is our equation 7. Expanding the brackets around the explanatory variable. So here we have the explanatory variable, now beta 1 again multiplied with this, beta 2 again multiplied by this part, and beta 3 multiplied by this part, and we get this part, and this is our equation 8. Now we have yt is equal to 1 minus rho beta 1 plus beta 2 x2t minus rho beta 2 x2t, so on. Here we have error term vt is white noise error term. If we suppose that the equation have same explanatory variable of equation 8, then we estimate OLS now. Okay, suppose that we have a independent variable this, independent variable this, independent variable this, independent variable this, independent variable this. Then we have to run this equation as an OLS. Then our equation become yt is equal to gamma 1 plus gamma 2 x2 t plus gamma 3 x2 t minus 1 lag value, gamma 4 x3 t plus gamma 5 x3 t lag value, and gamma 6 lag value of dependent variable as an explanatory variable plus u. This is our equation 9. Okay, we get equation 9. So let's start the explanation of equation 9. Now suppose that the restriction, now we have a restriction, then if we multiply this beta 2 or gamma 2 with gamma 6, the answer must be minus gamma 3, this minus gamma 3. And if we multiply gamma 4 with gamma 6, gamma 4 with gamma 6, we get answer minus gamma 6. This is known as common factor restriction. If this condition does not hold, if the outcome, if we multiply gamma 2, gamma 6, if we run this regression line and we get the estimated gamma 1, gamma 2, gamma 3, gamma 4, gamma 5 and gamma 6, and if we multiply gamma 2 with the gamma 6, we get our outcome must be gamma 3 minus answer, and gamma 4 multiplied by gamma 6, answer must be minus gamma 5. And if this outcome is not occurred, if this restriction does not hold, the Cochran method can be applied. If not, then Cochran method cannot be applied. If this restriction hold, if multiplication of these two will be the outcome of this, if the multiplication of these two will be the outcome of this, then we can apply Cochran-Orchid method. If not, if the outcome is not like that, then we cannot apply Cochran-Orchid method. Note, in general, common factor restriction are existed for every explanatory variable excluding constant. So see here, we are not including gamma 1 for any type of restrictions. So that's why a common factor restrictions cannot be hold for our constant term. Okay, note that the Henry and Mason 9078 pointed out that if common restrictions are invalid, if this outcome will not occur, then the dynamics model can be used rather than residual correction on a static model. So this is all about our Cochrane ORCID method of dealing with the autocorrelation or removal of autocorrelation. Okay, see you with another video. Ciao.